Panama, a narrow strip of land connecting two continents, nestled between Central America and Costa Rica. It spans only about 75,000 square kilometers, roughly the size of South Carolina in the United States. But don't let its modest size fool you. This is the only place on Earth where you can watch the sunrise over the Pacific Ocean and bid farewell to the sunset on the Atlantic, all in the same day. It's hard to believe, but if not for a postcard, Panama might never have appeared on the world map. In the early 20th century, the United States sought to build a transcontinental canal. Nicaragua was the top candidate, with its favorable geography and vast lakes. But then, a French lobbyist named Philippe Bunau-Varilla sent American senators postcards showing Nicaragua's volcanoes erupting. Fear of volcanic danger spread quickly, and Washington shifted its focus to Panama. Soon after, the U.S. supported Panama's separation from Colombia, creating a brand new nation. No war, no national uprising, just a strategic decision. And that's how Panama was born. Its climate is another gift from heaven. Warm sunshine all year round, no harsh winters, and almost complete immunity to hurricanes. While the Caribbean often suffers devastating storms, Panama has never recorded a major hurricane making direct landfall. Today, the country is home to around 4 to 5 million people, most of mixed European and indigenous heritage, with nearly 70% in the working-age population. Spanish is the official language, but English remains common in the capital, a legacy of nearly a century of U.S. control over the canal. A nation born from a postcard and sustained by both climate and strategy. Don't you think Panama might just be the #1 contender? In Panama, small gestures in daily communication can easily confuse foreigners. For example, a wink or a quick pursing of the lips, as if blowing a kiss. Don't assume someone is flirting with you. In fact, it's simply how Panamanians call or get someone's attention, a habit shared across much of Latin America. Likewise, when walking through a local market, you might hear someone call you flaco, skinny, or gordita, chubby. To an outsider, those nicknames might sound rude, but in Panama, they're friendly greetings, meant with warmth, not offense. Locals are also quick to read your reaction. If they sense you're uncomfortable, they'll adjust their tone right away. However, the opposite can also be true. A light pat on the shoulder or a casual touch on the back, gestures seen as normal elsewhere, may be viewed as too intimate or disrespectful in Panama, especially between men and women. Only close friends or family usually share such contact. So, when in doubt, keep a respectful distance. And here's another curious fact. Panama time. Being 15-30 minutes late to a meeting is perfectly normal here. Panamanians aren't strict about punctuality like the Japanese or Germans. Their laid-back lifestyle follows the rhythm of, if not today, then tomorrow. So chances are, you'll almost always be the first one to arrive. The most iconic cultural symbol remains the Panama hat. Though originally from Ecuador, it became forever tied to Panama through the canal, now a proud emblem of local festivals and daily life. Just one tip: never joke about its true origin, or you might lose a bit of the locals' affection. From the very first moment, Panamanian women have a way of captivating everyone's attention. Their unique, mixed heritage gives them naturally sun-kissed skin, thick, glossy hair, deep, expressive eyes, and delicate facial features. But what truly stands out is their hourglass figure, those graceful, confident curves that make them shine in bright bikinis along the golden beaches of San Blas. If you ever have the chance to attend the Polera Festival, you'll be amazed by the sight of hundreds of Panamanian women parading through the streets in their traditional Polera dresses, moving to the rhythm of joyful music. It's a breathtaking blend of timeless elegance and modern free-spirited confidence. In love, Panamanian women tend to be direct when they truly feel a connection. They seek safety, respect, and emotional sincerity. And once they sense it, they open their hearts. But that doesn't mean they are easy to win over. On the contrary, they value long-term, meaningful relationships that require genuine effort. Many who have dated them say Panamanian women embody a perfect balance between passion and maturity. Despite their open-minded lifestyle, Panama has one of the highest rates of single women in the region, with more than 25% of women over 18 remaining unmarried. Today, many explore cross-border relationships through apps like Tinder, Bumble, or Badoo. For Panamanian women, family is sacred. A warm greeting for her parents, a small thoughtful gift for relatives, or a gesture of respect toward her loved ones. These matter more than any romantic words. Once you win her family's affection, your relationship will have a far greater chance to blossom. Are you curious about how to make that first good impression on her family? Leave a comment and choose number 3. The Panama Canal, a marvel of engineering linking two mighty oceans, is the lifeline of global trade. Every year, between 14,000 and 15,000 ships pass through it, accounting for nearly 6% of world maritime traffic. Without it, every vessel would have to sail around the Cape of Good Hope, adding at least 12 extra days to the journey. It's an astonishing figure. The canal saves international trade tens of billions of dollars annually. According to the World Bank, the total value of goods passing through it reaches up to $2.5 trillion, more than the GDP of Italy, the world's 8th largest economy. Oil, manufactured products, massive shipping routes all flow through this gateway of Panama. But behind this grand achievement lies a story written in blood and despair. In the late 19th century, the French began digging the canal, confident after engineer Ferdinand de Lesseps' success at Suez. They invested $260 million, worth more than $8 billion today, spent 9 exhausting years, and lost thousands of lives, only to face a bitter failure. At the start of the 20th century, the Americans took over, yet tragedy continued. In his diary, engineer Rufus Ford wrote, "Sometimes we go 2 weeks without seeing the sun. Snakes everywhere. I saw 27 men die from snake bites in less than 3 months. Death surrounds us, collapsing rocks, malaria-carrying mosquitoes, floods sweeping away dozens at a time." The horror was so real that Chief Engineer John Finley Wallace kept a coffin ready in case he died and needed to be sent home. In the first year alone, 3/4 of American workers quit due to exhaustion and hunger. In the end, it took the United States 10 years, the equivalent of $1 trillion in today's value, and 600 lives to complete what history remembers as the Canal from Hell. With its strategic position in the world's trade network, Panama has long been a center of rivalry between two superpowers, the United States and China. It's not just a small country in Central America. It's a chessboard where global powers compete for influence. To the United States, Panama has always been a symbol of power. During World War II, 17 American warships crossed the canal to support operations in Europe. During the Vietnam War, nearly 2,000 military vessels, carrying about 90% of U.S. ammunition, passed through this vital route. In the 1962 Cuban Missile Crisis, the Pentagon moved 30 warships from the Pacific to the Caribbean in a single day, thanks to the canal. At that time, U.S. admirals told President Jimmy Carter that Panama's strategic value lay in its unmatched mobility and large-scale logistics capability. Meanwhile, China has rapidly expanded its presence in Panama through the Belt and Road Initiative. With nearly $700 billion in total investment, Beijing has become the country's second-largest investor, just behind Washington. Many Western analysts worry that China's infrastructure projects around the canal could serve as hidden bases for surveillance or even military use. This flood of investment came with diplomatic consequences. In 2017, Panama officially recognized the One China policy and cut ties with Taiwan. A year later, the United States reacted sharply, recalling its ambassador and warning Panama about the so-called debt trap that had already troubled nations like Pakistan and Sri Lanka. Tensions peaked during Donald Trump's presidency, when he reportedly suggested buying Panama or even using force to return the canal to its builders. It's no surprise that The Guardian concluded, Panama is a nation that has never fully controlled its own destiny. Panama is known as a friendly, welcoming country, yet behind that warm hospitality lie some surprisingly strict and unusual rules. One of the most controversial is the ban on men wearing shorts inside government buildings, banks, or even certain large supermarkets. Strangely enough, this rule doesn't apply to women. They can freely wear short skirts, while men are expected to dress formally at all times. In many tropical nations, comfort often comes first. But in Panama, formality in workplaces and public areas is taken more seriously. Despite repeated objections from locals and tourists alike, the rule remains, like an invisible wall of tradition. Another curious regulation: you can't always hail a taxi by simply raising your hand. In certain areas of Panama City, passengers must call ahead or go to designated pickup points. The government claims this is to prevent illegal taxis and ensure safety. But for tourists, especially during heavy rain or when in a hurry, this rule can be quite frustrating. Then there's Panama's strict national anthem law. Singing it incorrectly, changing the lyrics, or even making a playful remix can lead to a fine of up to $1,000 or 3 years in jail. In the age of social media, more than a few people have found themselves in trouble just for posting parody videos of the anthem. Even footwear isn't exempt. Flip-flops, broken sandals, or any footwear deemed inappropriate can get you denied entry to certain places, and, in extreme cases, even refused entry at the border. Panama, it seems, believes that appearance is the very first ticket to being respected. If there is one nation whose modern history is inseparable from a single masterpiece of human engineering, it is Panama, the land of the Panama Canal. Back in the 16th century, explorer Vasco Núñez de Balboa became the first European to cross this narrow strip of land and gaze upon the Pacific Ocean from the Americas. From that moment, Panama became the Golden Route, the passage through which Spain transported treasures from South America back to Europe. The city of Panama, founded in 1519, remains one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities in the Americas. In 1821, Panama broke free from Spanish rule, but it didn't gain independence. Instead, it joined Gran Colombia, alongside Venezuela, Colombia, and Ecuador. Frustration grew over time until 1903, when Panama, with direct support from the United States, declared full independence. In return, the new nation signed a treaty allowing the U.S. to build and control the canal, the engineering wonder of the 20th century. When the canal opened in 1914, it transformed global trade, shortening sea routes and placing Panama at the heart of world strategy. Yet for nearly a century, the Canal Zone remained under American control, sparking protests, riots, and nationalist movements across Latin America. Then came one of the strangest military operations in history, Operation Nifty Package, in 1989. When the United States intervened to overthrow dictator Manuel Noriega, he fled to the Vatican embassy seeking refuge. Unable to attack directly, U.S. forces turned to an unexpected weapon: music. They set up massive loudspeakers and blasted rock music at full volume, day and night. Songs like "I Fought the Law" and "Panama" echoed endlessly, turning the embassy into a psychological battlefield. It was a war without bullets, but one that ultimately broke Noriega's resistance. Panama City, the only capital in the world with a tropical rainforest right in its heart. Resting on the Pacific coast, at the meeting point of North and South America, it also serves as the gateway to the man-made wonder, the Panama Canal. With an area of more than 2,000 square kilometers and over 2 million residents, Panama City is considered one of the most modern urban centers in Central America. Its skyline of glass towers and dense network of international banks have earned it the nickname the Dubai of Latin America. But few know that this vibrant city once came close to disappearing completely. In the 17th century, the infamous pirate Henry Morgan, backed by the British, led more than 100 sailors to attack and burn the city, destroying nearly 90% of it. The blackened stone walls that remain are now preserved as Panama Viejo, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Despite its destruction, Panama City has retained its status as the oldest continuously operating capital in the Americas. Its charm lies in its striking contrasts. On one side, Casco Viejo, the old quarter filled with red-tiled roofs and Spanish-style plazas. On the other, the modern financial district, home to the famous Spiral Tower, once listed among the world's most remarkable architectural designs. Between these two worlds lie green parks, bustling local markets, and the Metropolitan National Park, a 230-hectare jungle where monkeys and tropical birds live just minutes from downtown. Today, Panama City thrives as a vibrant cultural hub, filled with dazzling carnivals, street music, and passionate dancing. Visitors can enjoy fresh seafood, shop duty-free, and end the evening with a cocktail on a rooftop terrace, watching the city sparkle under the tropical night sky. When the sun sets, Panama transforms into something entirely different, vibrant, rhythmic, yet full of poetry. In Casco Viejo, the cobblestone streets light up under golden lamps, while lively Latin music drifts from balconies draped in bougainvillea. The old quarter becomes the heart of the night, classic and modern, elegant and wild. Leaving the capital, the pace slows in Bocas del Toro or the Caribbean towns. Along the beaches, small bars glow with candlelight as waves whisper nearby. Locals and travelers share stories over cocktails, wrapped in a calm that only the tropics can bring. Nighttime food is another part of Panama's charm. Along Balboa Avenue and across downtown, street vendors stay open from dusk until midnight. Crispy patacones, hot empanadas, and the fresh, citrusy ceviche tempt anyone passing by. During festivals, night markets come alive, colorful, crowded, and delicious. If energy is what you seek, head to Uruguay Street or Marbella, Panama's playground of bars, clubs, and casinos where lights and beats last until dawn. But for those who prefer refinement, the National Theater offers a different rhythm: symphonies, folk dances, and cultural performances under elegant lights. Yet, Panama at night isn't only about celebration. It has a quiet romance, too. The 7-kilometer Tinta Costera boardwalk, shining under the night sky, invites evening strolls, bike rides, or peaceful moments watching the sea. From city lights shimmering over the Pacific, to rooftop bars with skyline views, to colorful murals glowing in Casco Viejo, every night in Panama is a story worth remembering. Panama is a mosaic of colors, where wild nature and rich culture blend into one unforgettable experience. Begin your journey at Coiba National Park, an isolated island off the southern coast. Once a prison, it has preserved its pristine ecosystem. Today, Coiba is a diver's paradise. Picture yourself swimming with hammerhead sharks, giant sea turtles, and dazzling coral reefs. For those who prefer to stay above water, kayaking through still lagoons or camping under the stars is equally magical. Next, the San Blas Islands, a paradise of over 360 islets, cared for by the indigenous Guna people. White sand, turquoise waters, palm trees bending in the wind, it's a living postcard. There's no electricity, no internet, only waves, breeze, and a sky full of stars. Simplicity here is the purest form of luxury. From the sea, travel inland to the highlands of Boquete. Nestled in a green valley with cool mountain air, it's a haven for hikers and dreamers. Climb Baru Volcano, the highest point in Panama, and witness both the Pacific and Atlantic Oceans meeting on the horizon. A view found nowhere else. Boquete is also home to world-famous coffee farms, where visitors can pick, roast, and sip the finest beans right from the source. And finally, return to Casco Viejo, the historic heart of the capital. Stone streets, wrought iron balconies, centuries-old churches, a place where time stands still. As night falls, warm golden lights paint the old walls, turning this ancient quarter into a scene of endless beauty and quiet romance. At the mouth of the Chagres River stands Fort San Lorenzo, an ancient sentinel watching over the sea. Built by the Spanish in the 15th century, it once guarded the lifeline that carried gold and silver from Peru to Europe. From above, the entire coastline unfolds, majestic and deeply strategic. But what amazes historians is this. For nearly 300 years, the fortress was never conquered. While other strongholds, like Portobelo, were plundered time and again by pirates, San Lorenzo stood firm, almost untouched. Why? Some believe it had a secret early warning system. Others suggest the terrain itself created a natural barrier, making enemy ships nearly impossible to approach. Local legends speak of an invisible whirlpool that surrounds the area, known only to native sailors. Foreign ships without local guidance, it's said, could be pulled back out to sea by unseen currents. Though no such phenomenon appears on any nautical map, it adds another layer of mystery to San Lorenzo's invincibility. Just 20 kilometers from the capital lies Toboga Island, home to another enigma. Its turquoise sea, white sand, and pastel-colored homes paint a picture of paradise. Yet for centuries, the island had no cemetery. People have lived there since the 15th century, but old records show no burial grounds at all. Only in the late 19th century, after public pressure, was one finally built. Elders say their ancestors once took the dead into the forests, but the island is only 12 square kilometers, with hardly any deep woods. Others claim the bodies were hidden inside Vigia Mountain's caves, though no trace has ever been found. And there's a haunting legend. To keep spirits from returning, the dead were taken away during full moon nights, disappearing into the ocean's silence. To this day, the truth remains unsolved. When you think of Panamanian cuisine, one name rises above all: sancocho. This traditional chicken soup carries the warmth of home. As soon as it's served, the aroma of cilantro, ginger, and onion fills the air. Made with free-range chicken, yam, cassava, and green plantain, its broth is gentle but rich, the chicken soft and tender. Served with white rice and a squeeze of lime, it's simple, yet impossible to resist. At the opposite end of the spectrum lies mondongo, a hearty beef tripe stew not for the faint of heart. The cleaned and slow-cooked tripe is simmered with bell peppers, onions, and spices. Panamanians consider it nourishing and flavorful, but for visitors, the chewy texture and strong aroma can be a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Unforgettable, for better or worse. Then there's Panamanian arroz con pollo, chicken and rice, rich and golden. Each grain shines with broth, mixed with shredded chicken, peas, carrots, and turmeric. Served with fried plantains or avocado salad, it's a symphony of sweet, savory, and aromatic flavors dancing together on one plate. For a true cultural shock, there's turtle eggs. Once common in coastal areas, they were eaten boiled or even raw with lime, salt, and chili. Their slippery texture and strong ocean taste, combined with the ethical and conservation debates they sparked, turned this dish into a controversial yet unforgettable chapter of Panama's culinary past. And finally, ropa vieja, tender shredded beef slowly stewed in tomato sauce with onions and bell peppers, served with rice or fried corn cakes. Its deep sweetness and savory richness linger long after the last bite, the flavor of tradition, time, and comfort. If you want to experience the most vibrant time of the year, Carnival is where it all begins. Held for 4 days before Ash Wednesday, it is Panama's biggest and most anticipated celebration. During this time, streets turn into massive stages filled with music, parades, and brilliantly decorated floats. Locals and visitors join in water fights, costume parties, and endless street dancing, all marking a joyful explosion before the solemn season of Lent. Next comes the Polera Festival, celebrated in July in Las Tablas. It honors the polera, the beautifully embroidered traditional dress that symbolizes the elegance of Panamanian women. Handcrafted gowns are displayed in parades and beauty contests, accompanied by folk music, traditional dances, and artistic performances. This festival is more than a cultural event. It's a tribute to Panama's artistic heritage and national pride. In the Western Highlands, January brings the Coffee and Flower Festival in Boquete. It's a perfect blend of agriculture and art, colorful gardens in full bloom, the scent of world-class coffee drifting through the air, exhibitions of local produce, and folk performances filling the valley with music. It's a sensory celebration for the eyes, the taste buds, and the soul. In February, the city of Colón hosts the Congo Festival, rooted in the Afro-Panamanian community. Through powerful dance, rhythmic drums, and dramatic reenactments, the festival tells stories of the struggle against slavery. It's loud, emotional, and full of spirit, a living symbol of freedom and cultural pride. Finally, in June, Villa de los Santos celebrates the Feast of Corpus Christi. It features dramatic dances portraying the eternal battle between good and evil, with colorful devil masks, angel costumes, and sacred church ceremonies. This festival delivers a profound message of faith, compassion, and the triumph of light over darkness. If you're considering moving to Panama, whether for a few months of adventure or long-term living, understanding the cost of living will help you plan better and avoid surprises. In downtown Panama City, a one-bedroom apartment usually costs between $700 and $900 USD per month. In quieter towns like Boquete or David, the prices are much lower, around $400 to $600 USD. This flexibility means you can easily choose between city energy or mountain peace, depending on your lifestyle and budget. Transportation is affordable and convenient. The capital's buses and metro system cost only $0.25 to $0.35 USD per ride, making it easy to get around while living like a local. Taxis and Uber are also common, with short rides ranging from 2 to 4 USD. If you prefer full freedom, car rentals cost about 30 to 45 USD per day, not including fuel. Food expenses can vary depending on your habits. Cooking at home with fresh produce from local markets usually costs 180 to 220 USD per month. Eating out at local restaurants costs 3 to 5 USD per meal, while mid-range dining is around 10 to 20 USD, depending on the area. Utilities are fairly reasonable. Electricity, water, internet, and phone bills usually range between 60 and 90 USD per month. If you use air conditioning frequently, expect slightly higher costs. High-speed internet averages 30 to 45 USD, suitable for both work and entertainment. In total, a single person can live modestly for around 750 USD per month. But to fully enjoy Panama, from dining and social life to weekend trips, a budget of 1,000 to 1,500 USD per month provides a comfortable lifestyle filled with memorable experiences. Panama is known for its lush jungles, diverse ecosystems, and unique indigenous communities in regions like Darien and Bocas del Toro. But along with that natural beauty come certain risks every traveler should be aware of. There have been cases where fake tour guides appeared right at hotels or in crowded areas, offering cheap tours. The problem is, if you agree without verifying, you might be taken to remote areas with no phone signal and even risk being robbed or abandoned in the forest. To protect yourself, always book tours through reputable companies authorized by the government or through a trusted hotel. Ask for a clear written contract, check the company's information on official websites, and never pay the full amount before the trip begins. In culturally rich neighborhoods like Casco Viejo, it's easy to be charmed by the friendliness of the locals. Someone might invite you to try local rum, join a small party, or taste a traditional dish. But stay alert. Sometimes scammers mix in, trying to get you drunk, steal your belongings, or even pressure you to transfer money. The golden rule: only accept drinks that you see being prepared. Never leave them unattended, and don't follow strangers to isolated places. The Panama Canal area also hides potential dangers. Some individuals pretend to be port staff and offer free tours or cheap tickets. In reality, there have been cases of tourists being locked on boats and forced to pay to be released. The safest choice is to visit only official visitor centers like Miraflores or Agua Clara, where security is guaranteed and guides are certified. Additionally, when visiting autonomous indigenous communities such as the Guna people in the San Blas Islands, remember, taking photos without permission is considered disrespectful. Some may ask for a fee, and others may react harshly. Always learn about local customs beforehand, ask politely if you want to take photos, and show respect to avoid misunderstandings. And that wraps up 15 fascinating facts about Panama. We hope these insights have given you a new perspective on this captivating land. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon so you won't miss our next adventures. Which of these 15 facts impressed you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Note: all information in this video is for reference only. Please research carefully before making any decisions. See you again on our next journey.